Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Justin's vlog. And this is going to be a little bit shorter of a vlog because we didn't get as much footage this week as I would have wanted. He didn't record stuff in the middle. However, we do have his full leg day. We do have most of the pressing session. But you guys saw the workout at the start, so you have an idea of what he's doing. Slowly working this rep work up on the benching. So we got 255 for 5 this week. So again, the bench has been Justin's weakest lift, so people need to be aware, like his strength is absolutely elite on the other lifts, but for a guy in the high 180s up to about 190-ish, we've struggled to get much past a 300 bench. We've hit a lot of 305s, a lot of 310s. We've always fallen a hair short of his 315. Now, the thing that I want people to remember there, one, he's got long arms. Two, he is extremely lean with visible abs. He keeps a six-pack year-round. And we're under 190 pounds. So the benching has been the hard part for him. We've worked on a lot. He's hit 315 on the floor press. We've hit it on a decline. But when we've gone for the 315 on the flat bench, we have missed it. So we've just continued to build his chest up. And our goal here is to just continue to build his chest over and over and over till his pecs get big enough. Now, for the other lifts, though, keep in mind, we've hit elite lifts pretty much on the other stuff. Context, lifetime drug-free. Late 30s, so submasters. He is under 200 pounds. We've hit a 520 back squat and a 590 sumo deadlift. These are raw lifts. So there we're good. Same thing, he can crank out weighted pull-ups for days. So for those curious, we do a lot of incline work, mainly because he likes incline, and there were times when I had some decline. He's like, I just don't like it. Can we do incline dumbbells? So that's largely what we do. We do a lot of flat bench pause, do a lot of pause incline work, and then we hammer down dumbbell work, triceps, all that stuff, overhead pressing. His back day is pretty straightforward, right? Which you guys, you won't see it here this week. We do weighted pull-ups, do dumbbell rows, we do delt work, we do bicep work, we do curls and everything there. We usually do some laterals and stuff. So again, we've always done a lot of laterals for him. That's all he's ever needed for delts. He's got good delts. Never been a weak link for us. So usually as long as we include plenty of pressing and pulling and make sure we do some laterals pretty hard every week, his shoulders tend to be really good. So for squatting here, this is something like 9 reps with 375. We're bringing his squat back up. So we had to take a couple months off from training legs for him due to some other stuff, right? And so again, the idea here, we've been slowly bringing the squat back up, and now I'm having him do these top sets, and the reps are getting higher and higher when I add weight. So I need to keep adding that weight, and I need to get him back up into the 400s for those serious work sets. Because I think at one time we were doing like 8 to 10 reps with 405 at one time when he was at the strongest for rep work. And then, I didn't have him do a lot of really heavy work. We would tend to do some heavy singles and stuff and some heavy boxes. I don't want him getting under 500 pounds all the time on the squat. So what we've tended to do is other stuff, and then we would come in and test that squat, every 10 to 12 weeks and see where he was at. And he's hit multiple squats in the 500s over the years doing that, as we built him up to that. So the same thing here. I don't have him sumo pull. His sumo's the strongest, but again, I want to build him up with the conventional. He's not worried about having the most massive deadlift. And if we ever want to, again, test a crazy high deadlift again, we'll go back to sumo because he is stronger at sumo, and then rotate it. So yeah, we've hit stuff like 580, 590. We failed 600 the lockout every time we tried on sumo in the past. But like I said, right now, we've been in a phase for quite a while to where we're just doing the dad bod training. He trains 3 days a week and get in a long time, but getting to the gym's a hassle, so we make it all count. So we do a 3-day push-pull legs. So his leg days like this, really at this point, it's one top set of squats, one top set of deadlifts, usually his AMRAPs, leaving 1 rep in reserve, and then we do a lot of machine work for his legs. And that's always worked for us. For those curious, I've had him live on machines for legs other than speed squats, good mornings. We've hit some pretty strong good mornings in the past. But again, right now, it's just hypertrophy. We just do our 3 big lifts, and everything else we just build. So we do a heavy set of squat, bench, and deadlift, a top set every week. And then everything else is just bodybuilding on a 3-day split for him. We just focus on getting jacked. And it works. And more or less how we've done a lot of his stuff. But definitely this phase, this is where we've been. So if we look at the different leg work that we have here, we do leg presses, right? We do calf raises, we do glute ham raises, we do leg extensions, we do leg curls, okay? So we hit all this stuff from a couple different angles. You know, the main thing I'm looking for here, though, is I want to get about 6 quality sets per muscle group, not counting the deadlift, right? So it ends up being, 3 sets of extensions, 3 sets of leg press, so for the quads. For hamstrings, we do 3 sets of glute ham raises, three sets of leg curls. We do some calves and stuff in there. I'm not sure. I never get the standing calf raises on camera lately. I probably need to hit him and be like, hey, where are those standing calf raises? But this is essentially what his lower body day looks like. His other upper days, the pulling day, again, it's pull-ups, rows. I don't have to do a lot of lat focus for him right now. And the reason for that is because of the simple fact that his lats are great. They're not really a weak link on the upper body. So since we deadlift and other stuff, I really only worry about doing about 6 hard sets for his lats every week. I would rather put that focus into things like his chest. His chest gets more sets. I want to make sure we keep the lower body balanced for overall fitness. We obviously keep some arm work in. As you guys saw, we normally just do some preacher curls. We'll do some barbell or some dumbbell curls, usually dumbbell these days. He finds a lot of the barbell stuff does give him a little inflammation no matter how we do it. So I let him take it out when it does, and then we'll just rotate dumbbell curls, preacher curls, all that stuff. He gets a lot out of preacher curls with those bicep insertions. He got those really good low insertions, and that really gets worked effectively on preachers. So I let him keep the preachers in all the time because he seems to get a lot out of them. He feels them a lot. Same thing with a lot of his tricep work. We do a lot of, a lot of times, various dumbbells for his triceps. He seems to get a lot out of that. I mean, I'll rotate in the normal extensions and stuff with the easy bar, but sometimes it does inflame his elbows a little bit. So again, dumbbells tend to work really, really well for him for triceps. So we tend to do a lot of dumbbell work. We do a lot of press downs because, again, that's where he feels it the most. And again, arms come easy to him, and his arms are never a weak link on his benching. His close grip's always been really strong too. And we've been trying to, again, build that chest up because he does want to get to that 315 drug-free bench, as a sub 200-pound guy. We've hit a lot of the other goals, 500 squat and all that. We've smashed it. So again, just stuff that we've continued to work on for him as we refine it. I've been coaching him 5.5 years at this point. So again, we just chip away at the gains here and there, month after month, year after year. It's just all about consistency in the lifestyle for him. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.